What's good, YouTube? We back. It's the year end, a few weeks till another fight. So we got time to go through some of the best stuff at the end of this year, some of the most exciting stuff at the end of next year, and that's what we're going to do today. We're looking at the most exciting matchups to make for 2025. And I'm not just talking the mainstays, the casual fights. I'm talking everything because, man, 2025 has potential to be an all-time year. So let's get into some of these matchups. We're starting off with the flyweight division, and I mean, it's tough because Pantoja's ran through a lot of the contenders. There's not a lot of depth here as far as people we haven't seen, but a new man just entered the game. A new man just entered the fold, and man, if he doesn't bring one of the most exciting fights in 2025, I'm not sure what will. I want to see Kaya Sakura and Joshua Van. Man, can you not tell me this would be a banger? Kaya Sakura, I know he just lost to Pantoja, but dude, he looks so exciting. I mean, throwing flying knees out there, heavy pace. Him and Joshua Van would have a war. I mean, they'd be throwing random shit all over the place, flying knees, big leaping hooks, and I'm all here for it. I don't even know if this fight would be a finish. You could put it 5 rounds. They might just go to war. Joshua Van got a decent chin despite being, put to sleep by Charles Johnson, New Age Charles Johnson, who I was low-key considering putting as one of the exciting matchups too, because this new Charles Johnson, messed up cut, everything, he looks so good. Like, throw him against Roy Val. I don't care. I don't care about the rankings. I want to see that fight. But Kaya Sakura, Joshua Van would be such a banger. I'm really excited to have Asakura in the UFC. I don't know if he beats the top ranked just based on grappling, but he could have some real good fights while he's in the company for sure. Let's go to the bantamweight division. This one was a tough one to pick because we got some really exciting dudes in here, some exciting potential. But a lot of these dudes also have the potential to put up a straight sleeper. I'm talking Merab, Chito Vera, Mario Bautista, like Henry Cejudo. Some of these dudes, I mean, they've had exciting fights, but I could also see like Chito Vera and fucking Henry Cejudo go out there and put up a 5-round like sleeper where they're barely throwing anything and Henry Cejudo like wins off of 2 takedowns. You know what I mean? So I put together some nostalgia here. Old meets the new. Give me Jose Aldo and Song Yadong. This fight, man. Oh my God, I just want to see them box. I just want to see the boxing, the striking. Jose Aldo could have this kind of matchup with anyone. But he's been getting matched up with fucking Merab and Mario Bautista, who's going to sleep him on the cage. That's why I picked Song Yadong, because I don't see him doing that. Buddy, Song Yadong, if you hold Jose Aldo up against the cage in this fight, you're dead to me, buddy. You're dead. Never watching a Song Yadong fight again. But I don't think that'll happen. I think Jose Aldo and Song Yadong would be a guaranteed banger. Just trading shots, starting to gas out as it gets into the 4th, 5th round. Put this as a fight night main event, and we're all loving it. We're all loving it. But let's move on to the featherweight division. This one was probably the quickest one for me. Didn't even have to think about it. Ilia Topuria, Diego Lopez. We need this fight in 2025. We need it. I know Volk's probably going to get the title shot first, and that's fine. He deserves it. My GOAT, he's going on the way out. Give him one more shot. But Ilia Topuria, Diego Lopez, there's maybe no more exciting matchup in the UFC besides this. It's just, can you imagine the boxing between these two, the grappling? I don't know what's going to happen. I think Ilia Topuria could win on crisp boxing, better wrestling, but Diego Lopez is just a marauder, man. He's going to go out there. He's going to eat some shots. I can't imagine him eating a shot like Volk did or Max did. I think anyone would get knocked out by that, but you never know. He could go through that, clip Ilia. It could get dangerous on the game with that, on the ground with that BJJ. What a good fight. We need to see this in 2025. Going to lightweight. Give me Islam Makhachev and Mateusz Gamrot. What a banger, guys. I'm just kidding. The lightweight is so deep. But give me my true GOAT, Charles Oliveira, versus anybody. I don't care who it is. You put Charles Oliveira against anyone, even someone unranked, it's going to be one of the most exciting fights in the division. He'll go to war with them, and I don't care who it is. It'll be Paddy Pimblett, Charles Oliveira. He'll run through them, but it'll be a war. That's just who Charles is. If I had to pick someone, Charles versus Max would be like the fan fight. The ultimate fan fight. Everyone's leaving happy. Everyone's just having a good time. Other than that, in the division, man, Rafael Fiziev, Mauricio Hufi would be such a good striking matchup. I don't care. We need to see that. I would love it. You could have an Ultimate Marauder matchup. Drew Dober, Benoit Saint Denis. Someone's getting finished. Someone's gassing out. I mean, maybe not the most technical fight you've ever seen, but that would be a banger. I had such a tough time deciding this division because there's so many good guys. There's like Daniel Zellhuber, Esteban Rivovic, John Silva. John Silva versus anyone. John Silva versus Charles Oliveira. Can you imagine? The lightweight, infinite possibilities. I just want to see Charles Oliveira against someone. We go to the welterweight division. Kind of an interesting one. Because I feel like you can throw Carlos Prates against anyone in the top 10. We're going to have a good time. But if I had to pick a matchup, something in me, I just really want to see Shavkat Rakhmonov and Jack Della Maddalena. 5 rounds. I'm praying Shavkat Rakhmonov goes out there and beats Bilal Muhammad. I love me some Bilal. He's a great champion. He's going to be a great champion. But I just can't match up Bilal with any of the top 15 and be like, man, that's going to be a banger. I can't do it. Despite what Bedtime MMA says, Bilal Muhammad, Jack Della Maddalena would be one of the greatest fights of all time. I just don't see it. I want Shavkat Rakhmonov, Jack Della Maddalena. Now, I do see a world where Shavkat becomes a fence merchant. But I just don't see that happening for 5 rounds. We're going to get some exciting moments just like in the Ian Gary fight. You could also throw Joaquin Buckley in against anyone. Joaquin Buckley and Carlos Prates might just be one of the best matchups we could make in the UFC. And I just have to throw it in there because I'm the #1 Uros Medic glazer. #1 on YouTube. Give me Brian Battle and Uros Medic. Like, it's kind of a sleeper fight. But tell me that wouldn't be a sick fight. Like, no matter what happens, Uros Medic would get an exciting finish. Even if Brian Battle went out there, marauded, got a win, he's going to go on the mic after and spew some bullshit. That would be such a great fight. The welterweight division's got some good matchups potentially. Middleweight's got some fun strikers in it. They just announced Shara Bullet and Michael Venom Page, which is such a good fight. I made this list a few weeks ago and I didn't write that down just because MVP's in the welterweight division, but they're making it happen. Originally, I wrote Shara Bullet and Kevin Holland. Just because the striking in that fight. Put Shara against any striker. That's going to be an exciting matchup. So him and MVP, also a banger. Can't wait for that one. I'd be remiss if I didn't put Michel Pereira in there. Despite, I mean, he's never going to be a top contender, but he could have some of the best fights in the middleweight division. Throw him in against Paulo Costa. That would be such a sick fight. That makes sense ranking-wise, too. Paulo Costa's like 11. Pereira's 15. You know, for all the wrestlers out there, Bo Nickel, Ikram Aliskerov, that'll be a good fight. Good striking, I relative to where they are in their striking levels. Exciting wrestling to see kind of the Dagestani style versus Bo Nickel, collegiate wrestler. I would be down for that fight. I would. Moving it up to the light heavyweight division, there's only one fight that I really want to see as far as bangers go. Yuri Prochazka, Khalil Roundtree. Man, how does this fight go? No one knows. It just depends who's going to land the shot, who's going to go out. Can you imagine the aura in this fight? Khalil Roundtree, Joe Rogan's going to be glazing the hell out of him on commentary, talking about, man, this dude, he's just got that killer instinct. When he fights someone, it looks like a street fight. It looks like someone owes him money. And Yuri Prochazka is going to be standing there stonewalled. They're going to be talking about his retreat in the mountains, going 20 days without sunlight, without food, without, any social life. Just the aura in this fight alone makes it a banger. But then these two go in the cage and they're out there trying to get knocked out sometimes. Like they're really going to throw everything into it. This fight isn't going past the second round. We need this for the UFC 2025, especially on some of these like sleeper cards. Like, if we get a Juliana Pena headliner in 2025, this is the fight we need on that card. Something to save us, something to make it worth watching. So, that's my proposal for 2025. Put Yuri Prohaska, Khalil Roundtree on the Juliana Pena card. We're eating good. Going to heavyweight, I had a bit of a tough time deciding because the heavyweight is falling off, man. Like, what am I supposed to put? Mick Parkin and Shamil Gaziev? Like, brother, what are we doing here? I just seen that Curtis Blades is getting ranked against a nobody. Because this is what we have in the division. We have nobody for people to fight. The top of the division has stayed there and they just beat each other because everyone else is a blob. I don't know what to say. Blob-wise, give me like Derek Lewis versus Chris Barnett. A fucking fight. Everyone's going to be happy. Everyone loves those two. Chris Barnett, go out there. He'll throw like a spinning wheel kick. Derek Lewis will throw a flying knee. That's the best blob fight you can make. As far as skill, of course, we all want to see Tom Aspinall, John Jones. That's the matchup to make. Don't need to spend a ton of time on this. Dana White's making it happen. He's been in the media saying this fight is going to happen, guys. I will pay John Jones $25 million, $30 million. I will take him to the back rooms and give him a special treat myself if it means I need to get this fight. Dana White's going all in, and I think we're going to see this fight. So, boys, get ready. John Jones, your day has come. Tom Aspinall is coming for you. What a fight. If we're going through the women's division, give me Weili Zhang versus Tatiana Suarez. I wrote this a few weeks ago. This is the fight I wanted to see, and I'm happy it got announced instead of, Tatiana Suarez fighting in a contender fight, which didn't really make much sense because who else is Weili going to fight right now, So, good fight happening in 2025. Glad to see it. Another fight I'm pretty sure is going to happen next. Valentina Shevchenko, Manon Fiorot. What a great fight. I would love to see that. Shevchenko has been fighting Alexa Grasso for like 2 or 3 years. But I just love seeing Valentina Shevchenko fight. Like, you're going to get to see some high-skilled women's MMA whenever she's in the octagon. So her and Manon, I can't complain. If we're also looking for matchups, give me Rose and Andrade 3. Their last 2 fights were really good. First one was a finish. Second one was a war. I don't really know what else to do with those two at the moment. Put them against each other in the trilogy. And also just Weili Zhang versus Valentina Shevchenko, I feel like is a fight that needs to happen before either one of them loses the title. But I don't think that'll happen. Because Tatiana Suarez, she's coming for you, Weili. Your day's come. Time to get wrestled to a decision or maybe submitted in the later rounds. Your time has come. Good God, the bantamweight division is like your parents asking you what your favorite vegetable is. I mean, shit, do I really have to pick one? Do I have to pick a matchup here? My God. Realistically, though, Kayla Harrison versus anyone. Thank God she joined the UFC, because, brother, Juliana Pena, Norma Dumont was about to be a banger 2025 fight if Kayla Harrison didn't join the UFC. But Kayla Harrison, she hopefully wins the title early 2025. She could run through the division. I'm down to watch her go on an Amanda Nunes tear. If we're being unrealistic, Amanda Nunes coming out of retirement to fight Kayla Harrison is probably the most exciting bantamweight division fight you could ever make. I don't think that'll happen, so give me first round Mayra Bueno Silva against Kayla Harrison. Not the entire fight, just the first round before she gasses out. That would be a good fight. Anyways, that's my conclusive list for the top fights to make in 2025. All bangers. Tell me what your top matchups would be. I feel like there's so many we could see, so many I didn't even think of. So tell me what you think about these matchups, who will win, and what are some of the fights you want to see in 2025. Have a great day. Love you guys.